It's some tarps! Wait, line? Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. We're in the next week of the new GAC 3v3 season. It's week 2 as of this recording. Well, this is the video of it. I think I've already gone through match 8, actually. So we'll see how well we remember this, guys. I'm trying to show all my GACs. I might end up having to skip one or two just to keep up, but one way or another, folks, we've got a Mon Cal face-off today. It's a real thing, guys. It's a real in this world thing. Well, on this YouTube, anyways, and we get to see that. And it's a rematch against a really good opponent. We're in 3v3, and it's always a mess in 3v3. So here's the situation. Apparently, I forgot to take my face out of this picture for a minute. Here's my defenses, folks. You guys can take a look all you want. You can gander. I wouldn't say these are the best defenses. I mean, they're okay. They're fine. They really are. I feel like I always start a little bit soft on defense and work my way through, and this is the second iteration of them. And I promised you guys last week that I'd have some that I could show you guys. So this might be the only screenshot for the entire week of my defenses this week, but they're pretty solid. And, you know, just a couple GLs on defense because I'm trying to do better, and Star Killers on defense. And, you know, I'm trying with the First Order stuff, the First Order teams to actually, characters to actually do something, and the Datacrons and everything should make that team decent. I don't know. On my opponent's defense, you can see, actually, my opponent is Darth Puppy, which I just recently faced and lost to in 5v5. And so it's a kind of a grudge match, and they placed Dash just to spite me, because last time I struggled against Dash. And, yeah, they have the Luminara, Omicron, not the Zeta, you know, but just the Omicron, which I thought was a little bit funny. And then, you know, Savage with Star Killer, which is something I kind of have been running, and they just decided to copy me, mock me. How dare they? All good teams. Up top, you can see there's the almost fully Relic 9. Jabba and Chrysanthemum squad, and yeah, this is just a whole mess, folks. Lots of good teams. Darth Puppy goes really tough on defense, and the hope is we can at least clear and hopefully win. But though, I mean, there's an uphill struggle. I don't have all the stats here with me, but let's you know, mount the algorithm. How do you guess I don't have that slide here? But please help me mount the algorithm if you want to. If you want to support this channel for free, all you've got to do is hit that thumbs up button, comment, all of that stuff. We're mounting the algorithm. I really appreciate any follows, subscribes, and whatever you want to call them on YouTube here, guys. All the support I really do appreciate. So let's get into the actual fighting, shall we? Whoa, madness. Here we are, folks. So I'm trying something new here. Geez, okay. Gonna make me relive this. This is fun. So we've got Traya here. The idea is, and this does work actually sometimes, though it's more difficult with Maul here. You can kill the ads with Traya and Nihilus. You really can, for real. That's a real life thing. Of course, my opponent has a fully Relic 9 group here, which makes it a little more problematic. And of course, they've got healing immunity on Nihilus now, and I'm just not taking turns. Nihilus is on the brink of destruction, though. I mean, he's hanging okay. It's just Lord Vader already has. I mean, look at how many hit points Nihilus has already. Though. You know, we're actually not doing like the very worst here, folks. Yeah, eventually Lord Vader just kills us when we have a moment of weakness, and that's it. I mean, just didn't get an opportunity to get anything done, and we're finished. We're done. We're dead, and goodbye. So now we're reduced to just having thrown away a Traya team. So that the Traya squad does work if your opponent does not place Maul. If they want to keep Maul for offense or defense or whatever for a different team, that actually does work. Now, we are reduced to this, which I would not consider, by the way, guys. I wouldn't consider this a super consistent counter, actually. Sith Eternal, you can see we're not getting much ultimate. Lord Vader's about to get his ult, and the problem is, once Lord Vader gets into ult and starts spamming AoEs, then you don't get, you just get ability blocked, and you can't use, you can pop the ult itself, however, the ult, it still requires an ability to kill the ads, and so, the one nice thing, I did put a Sith in there. The Sith was an intentional thing to restore my health and protection one time at least. While it was there, for obvious reasons, just to keep a little bit regen. But okay, so we got a little bit lucky there. Lord Vader hit us with his big hit instead of his AoE. See how we have the blocked ability block, or the non-dispellable ability block like that. That would have been destruction if he had just spammed AoEs. However, this worked out, and we're able to then clean up with bounty hunters. I was really hoping Traya would work here so that we could save Sith Eternal for a different fight, a different cleanup. Obviously didn't work, but I wanted to try something. I mean, I'm always trying something new. I always have some weird thing that I want to try, and this was just the latest iteration of it. I mean, maybe we'll try it again when Lord Vader stops just spamming AoEs like crazy with Set 4, but one way or another, Bounty Hunter cleanup has been very consistent for me, and we're good to go. Just wait, guys. The next 4 Lord Vaders have, what, I think 80 dodge or more on, all of them have it, so you guys have that to look forward to in the next few GAC matches, because every opponent that I have is crazy. My opponent is actually, my opponent just fell from the top, I think top 10-ish, lost all their matches, and now they're in this group, so it's a mess. Alright, they've got Luminara with the Omicron here, guys, and I wanted to try this Rey squad with Ben to see how consistent this could be, because right now a lot of people are using Starkiller to kill this Rey team. Okay, I made a blunder there, and I discovered it immediately. We don't want to pop our ult quite yet, guys. Look at our turn meter. Don't pop the ult yet, but I made a blunder by using Whirlwind on Luminara when she had damage immunity. That was a huge blunder. Immediately realized it. What are you gonna do though? You gotta just keep moving right along. And so I've got a Relic 5 Ben is all. I keep forgetting to put relics on him, even though it's week 3 for me currently when I'm recording this. I'm still only Relic 5 because I just keep forgetting. It's really cool of me, guys. Just super crazy intentional. Alright, so note that Ben, I have all the Omicrons on Ben. And so, yeah, he's got the damage immunity, but as long as Rey stays outside of the yellow, Ben is actually fine. And then their Rey was actually in the yellow, so I used Whirlwind. Their Ben is non-revivable at this point, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, so let's just take out their Rey, and Luminara's like, I didn't sign up for this. I'm like, I totally signed up for this, you stupid bee. And she died. So, 53. Maybe not the cleanest of fights. I messed up a couple times, but I mean, I feel like that's going to be pretty consistent, because they're pretty dumb, the AI, and they just attack Ben all the time. Okay, now we get to the point where we just struggle all the time. So they got Dash, Relic 9 Dash. If you remember my match against Darth Puppy last time, that's what ruined me. I could not kill his Dash. Could not kill Dash at all. And I was like, oh, this will be different though, because the Dash doesn't have a revive here. We can just take him out and no problem, right? So then Jedi Revan died, and we don't have a way to bypass the taunt, and oh, here we go. Maybe nope, not even close. Goodbye, Luke. F off, Luke. Okay, good. That's what I was hoping would happen. So sending Grievous, I was like, let's just see what we can do with Grievous here. Let's throw in Droideka for funsies, see what Droideka can do as well. Maybe just kill some notable shoulder pad wearing smuggler. I don't know what I was gonna call him. We got him into red a couple times, but didn't actually kill him. He's in red though. Well, he was in red, and so I was like, all right, enough of this nonsense. At least we'll get the kill here. We'll get the kill with Han and Chewie, which we did. Hooray! And I was like, okay, now it's just a simple matter of killing Relic 8, IG, and Kuiil. No problem. No issue at all. And it turns out it actually is a little bit of an issue. They're actually really tough to kill, and Chewie is apparently just not that tough to kill. So, mission accomplished. We killed Dash. Like, we used 9 good characters to kill 1 character. I don't know, guys. All right, so let's leave that team alone. We can clean that up eventually. Let's use Bad Batch here. See if I've learned anything, and then look at how they didn't actually. It didn't stun any of them. It didn't do anything to any of them. Just like nothing. People suggested that they were all stunned, and then like it just rolled over, and they, but Anakin, I don't think it stunned any of them. You guys can replay if you want. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. I'm not going to go back and subject you to me just replaying it. But one way or another, I feel like I know what people being stunned looks like, and that wasn't it, really. So, I was like, okay, if we could just kill Qui-Gon right now, but then we couldn't kill Qui-Gon right now, and now we're in a situation where you have to just stare at the screen for a long time and decide, what do we do? Do we shoot Anakin? Do we shoot Qui-Gon? If we shoot Qui-Gon, he probably dies, but Anakin has his AoE up and ready right now. So if we kill Qui-Gon right now, he'll just kill the whole team. Anakin will. There's no question that he'll kill the whole team. But if we don't, if we just hit Anakin, will he just kill the whole team anyways with his AoE? He'll certainly kill Hunter. There's no question that Hunter will die. And then we might just die a really sad, slow death anyways. And so I decided to kill Qui-Gon. I was like, fine, we'll kill Qui-Gon. And so, yeah. And then just sent in some Night Sisters real quick. Right quick. And, it's fun times. Probably should have actually tried to stun there with Asajj, but instead I decided to destroy him for like a tiny bit of damage. Alright guys, so now we have maybe the most frustrating fight ever, actually. So, sorry to give it away. Don't worry, you don't know how it's frustrating. So the idea here is we want, this is Savage Omicron lead, and I mean if we get him up to enough damage over time, so like we should just be able to kill him, right? Like just take him out, no problem. No issues, just let Savage die. And, because if we just do enough damage, just one big hit and he dies. And, yeah, so, in the meantime, we'll try to kill Starkiller and Visas. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. And, I mean, really, I probably could have tried to hit Savage a little bit with the culling blade. Now that I'm watching this right now, I should have been, instead of just doing basics sometimes, I could have just done Culling Blade on Savage and just seen. I don't know if that would have helped, though. You guys will see. Okay, so I already messed up because I should have done Culling Blade on Visas there. Or maybe I did. I thought I had Starkiller targeted when I did that, but okay. We got to make sure Starkiller dies, though. That is very important. So, he's gone. And now we tried to kill Savage. Okay, now we're just gonna spend all our time watching this. And I think so he has all these heal over times and he has defense up, and I can't hurt him. I think it would have been better. It would have worked a lot better actually if I had just tried to Culling Blade him while I was in Merciless. I think that would have helped. But, I mean, it's just not working, guys. It's not working. And I'm going to give you a hint. It never works the whole time. There is no suspense here because I want to ruin your suspense because this moment was ruined for me. I'm bitter still, in fact. I thought this would work, and it didn't, and... oh man, This is just, I don't know, guys. So some weeks you're like, man, I got it together. I know what I'm doing. And some weeks you're just like, nope, never mind. I don't know what's going on. So, all right, failed. Great. Okay, so let's send in some bounty hunters. It's just Aurra and Boba, because Boba can double tap potentially, and then of course Mando to get the eventual destruction. All right, 70% contract. I mean, Aurra gets your contract so quick. You're in good hands with Aurra. I decided to just try ability blocking him. I don't really know. Savage finally disintegrated. He's particulate now, thank goodness. This zone has been the fiasco-ist zone ever. So we're going to use Padme and Mace and Ahsoka, because why wouldn't we? In fact, I think, I don't know, I wonder how this team would have worked against that Starkiller Savage team. I know that Padme actually works pretty well against most Savage teams, but I don't know how it would have worked against a Starkiller Savage. Something tells me Starkiller would have made things a little different. I forgot to mention, my opponent did attack my front zone first. Then they went to bed because they're in Europe, and so appreciate it. Okay, here's the title fight, and this came because someone scoffed at me. I was like, oh yeah, Omicron Ackbar actually beats Radis, especially if you have the Leia Omicron. Now, I don't have the Leia Omicron on this account, but I do have the Ackbar one. And someone was like, yeah, right, there is just no way that happens. And I'm like, dude, no, trust me, it really does. The only way it works, so this only works in the Cassian build, the build with AdRad and Cassian. Like, if they have a tank, this doesn't work, because you have to kill the tank, and then you have to kill AdRad, and there's too many revives. It just doesn't work against a high relic team. But if they have Cassian here, it totally works. Now note, Stormtrooper Han just hangs out, and every time they get a turn and they hit Stormtrooper Han, he just gives his whole team a bunch of turn meter. You also have to look out, though, because of all of the exposes that are going on. Those exposes are actually the most deadly thing about an AdRad team. So anyways, we take out AdRad, take out Jin. This is very consistent. I do this on my alt all the time. And this is with Relic 3 Admiral Ackbar and Relic 3 Stormtrooper Han, Relic 5 Leia. You don't have to go first. Your Leia just has to be good and hit hard. And I think Relic 5 on both of those accounts. And it just works nicely. Now, I did have Kenobi available. I don't remember at what point. I know that at some point I suffered a pretty demoralizing defeat at the hands of Jabba with Kenobi. I think maybe that's still to come. You guys can see how that transpires. That'll be good for you to look forward to. But I will say, I think I Traya every single match from here until where I'm currently at in the season. So, just giving you all kinds of fun spoilers and things to look forward to. One way or another, though, I was like, okay, let's try. I think Kylo is a for sure kill on Jabba, which is necessary. We need to kill Jabba. That is 100% necessary. And you know, the idea being, we hopefully, all right, Boushh is dead. Hopefully we can make that happen, hook it up, as it were. Now, unfortunately, we called the assist with Hux, and even though Kylo got the killing blow, Chrysanthemum was still revivable, because it's just, if a character dies during Supreme Leader Kylo's turn, they're not revivable. So, like, if Hux had somehow killed him during Kylo's turn, then that still would not have been revivable. But as you've noticed, Chrysanthemum had come back, and now he's dead again. So now we've just got to skewer a hut here as quick as we can, hopefully before Hux dies. Of course, Hux died, and we're not malicious or anything and don't care that little a-hole is dead, so whatever. We did skewer the hut finally. 50 banners. Not great. Dropped a lot of banners, but we got through it, and I mean, there's just so many good defensive teams here. That's the tough thing about fighting Darth Puppy. Just a slugfest immediately. So, yeah, we've gotta use Kenobi and Cat here to kill this Kenobi team. I'm using all sorts of alliteration. It's fun. Alliteration is fun, guys. All right, Bastie's gone. She gone. And Cat hasn't really even taken a turn yet. She probably has all the debuffs and stuff, all the turn meter increases or whatnot. All right, so I know you can't call an assist on Darth Revan anyways. may as well just take him out, or put healing immunity on him when you can, though. Alright, cool. So, now Cap might have the chance to just kill Malgus, and it looks like we actually played it well. And I think... Alright, every time I try that, I'm like, oh, this will be easy, and then it's just not. Alright, Wampa has a fun time here with GL Nute variants. It doesn't really matter. Like, Nest here doesn't really stop Wampa at all. In fact, I mean, yeah, Nest just dies, so that's cool. Good for us. I was trying not to hit Jango until he had his third turn, because he had read that Retribution Cron, and that, I mean, obviously that one didn't really pose any problem, and old Nute here, no-nose Nute, is now no more. He's no-nose and no more. It's a tough state of being for him. Alright. We've got Jedi Master Luke here, last of our Galactic Legends. Man, for how rough we've had it, you'd think I'd have used my Galactic Legends a little earlier. Now, this one was a little bit sad. I was kind of hoping that we could relive the glory days and try to use Bam with Han and Chewie, because that does work against a General Skywalker team with Echo and Arc, but as you guys saw, I needed to use said team to be able to kill that Dash squad. Well, just Dash, but you know what I'm saying. Just didn't work out, so instead we're using a GL here, which, I mean, that's fine. You get decent banners here. General Skywalker does do a crazy amount of damage sometimes if you're not careful against this team, but this was fine. 56. Alright, got through, what is that, the top zone, I believe. Oh yeah, and then we wait for a while and it never click into fleets, so you guys can be in suspense on that. Okay, so we've got Mando with IG and Kuiil, and this usually works pretty well. And gosh, the problem is, of course, they're super high relics, and I mean, you don't expect anything differently in the top 50 groups, to top 50-ish. I think this is more of like a top 100 group, because I only went 1 and 2 last week, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Just gotta make sure that we time our whistling birds well and kill their death troopers as well as possible. And I mean, I think part of the issue here is how fast Iden is. Like, it's hard when she's just cycling through all of her cooldowns all the time. And yeah, I don't even remember which thing it was. Man, I think those whistling birds could have actually just killed Iden, but I was like, okay, we got it next time, no problem. No problem at all. And so we'll just keep on trucking here, I guess. Try to stun Iden so she can't do anything, because that's always useful and helpful. Of course it is. And whistling birds did not pan out there. Let's maybe wait till next time, I guess. It's good times, folks. It's good times trying to kill high relic Iden with a BAM team, because remember, we're kind of running out of teams at this point. Like, I don't have very many great, because I've used a lot of options on a lot of things, and I'm just we're in the phase of like, well, I sure hope this works. And yeah, gosh, look, we kind of got close to killing Iden there, guys, but the problem is, obviously it just didn't pan out. We got 1 minute left, 1 minute remaining, and I don't know, maybe we should have gone into whistling birds there, but I was waiting to get her protection up, down, and then Kuiil died, of course, and I mean, we're toast. At least we killed our Death Trooper. I don't know, guys. This usually does work. I'm sure I played it a little bit poorly. I think I could have just killed Iden right away, in fact, but look at that. They killed IG right before we timed out. That's feather in their cap. So the thing that I was punching myself over was I had Dash available. I could have used him, and I just didn't. I wanted to try BAM. I remember in in chat, someone was like, I can't believe you even have dash left after how many times you failed. And I mean, that was a fair comment. I don't even think they were being like rude about it. Frankly, I think it was just like, well, yeah, man, we've been struggling. We've been struggling. Sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail. And this time, I mean, the good news was Darth Puppy has a really tough defense, but then they put in a tough enough defense down that my defense is usually pretty effective against them. Well, usually I say that like, I mean, this is like the second match we've had, but you know, in theory, that's how it should go, maybe. So maybe we can kill Iden at some point ever. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty neat, if you ask me. Just taking a while, guys. And, of course, the infinite revives are pretty nice here. There we go. Got her. 35 banners. So, that's actually, let me think. 35, yeah, that's close to max. 36 would have been max because we already killed one character. Alright. They got Nute, they got the Tusken team, 3v3 Tusken team, and so, the nice thing about, we can use GL Nute here because we can cause instant death with Jango. And okay, so I was like, okay, who do we target here? We just gotta kill either, we gotta kill someone with Jango so that there's no revives available. But I probably wasn't gonna be able to do my big hit and kill anyone, so I was like, man, okay, maybe a double tap would work. And alright, so we got a little bit closer here. And this is a pretty good opportunity. Maybe we can just, yeah, just set that guy on fire. He can't revive now. I think that guy, actually, the Shaman, couldn't revive anyways. And now we're a little bit in panic mode because Jango lost one of his lives. He can't target outside of taunt, but no problem. He gets his bounty hunter's resolve back. And now all we've got is the summon left with, I don't know, is that remaining? I don't really know. There we go, 56 banners. Pretty good stuff, even if I blundered a little bit. And, alright, so, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of options, and so we're throwing Iden in here, fully cognizant of the fact that Hux and company are going to go way faster. Like, Iden normally goes first, right? Except it's because she gains 100% turn meter at the very start. And so, of course she's not going to go first if Hux totally blocks bonus turn meter. So, you know, there's that. And I mean, we're still very healthy. They're not doing enough damage to, well, I guess they're kind of threatening Death Trooper there, aren't they? Ooh, and we even missed against Stormtrooper. That's fun. That is super fun. A lot of fun to be had here, folks, if you wait long enough. If only you wait long enough, you will start to enjoy yourselves here. So, yeah, I mean, we're just kind of stuck for a while, just kind of playing around, playing with ourselves, not in the fun way, though, and just gotta wait till we can finally take out TIE Pilot, or, I mean, I guess we could hit Hux here. Like, the one redeeming value about this is no one here does that much damage, right? I mean, like, Hux doesn't do much. First Order TIE Pilot, I guess, does a little bit, but ultimately, like, First Order Stormtrooper calls an assist. Like, TIE Pilot's the only real damage dealer here. They're just very survivable is the only problem. So, I mean, once we finally get through the TIE Pilot, it's not an issue. We're not gaining bonus turn meter a lot. Though, actually, Hux doesn't really gain advantage very easily after he loses it. It's like, well, unless he has someone to give it back to him, it's a little bit struggle. So, we actually got a perfect score there, 57. Good to go. Only 2 more teams remaining. So, yeah, we're going to use, like, this isn't my very favorite option, folks, but I mean, look at how thick their crew is, and now they're all hitting me back because of retribution. It's not fun, you know? Not fun for me. I guess it's not fun for Kylo either. Like, we just demolished the poor dude. He's just dead. DED dead. It's wonderful, in fact. I'm pretending like I have sympathy for him, but I don't. Screw that guy, man. Also, screw OG Kylo, who steals all your banners before you destroy them like they deserve. So, there we go, 55. I don't remember. We're like running out of options, so none of our stuff is optimal. Except, I mean, well, it's not optimal that their bounty hunters were faster than my Mon Mothma team. And just to show you how off kilter I've been, I mean, it's been a rough time just on a personal level. Anyways, just my personal life. And I don't want to get too into that, but I'm just like so off keel that I have just been assuming that Kyle Katarn was at his normal 5v5 speed, not the way reduced whatever it is speed. You know, it's like 10% turn meter versus 30% turn meter, which is like a whole world's worth of difference, right? And for some reason, I have just been assuming that he's that fast, and that there's like not a good reason for it. I'm just a little bit dumb sometimes. We all have those moments. And so, but when Boba went first, I was like, whoa, how did he go first? How was he that fast? Even with Zam, he shouldn't be that fast. And as it turns out, I'm just kind of dumb, is all. Just didn't take into account that Kyle Katarn in 3s is way slower than in 5s. Alright guys, so normally I say if we can get to fleets at 1600, we're doing okay. And so we're 1500. Placed Executor with the IG 2000 lineup, and then other fleets aren't that tough, so we're gonna be cautious here, guys. It's a very tricky match. It's much trickier than Xanadu Blood starting. So we gotta find some way to take out IG 2000 and keep Houndstooth from taunting. And you know, we really don't want that taunt. That taunt is just the worst thing ever. So alright, I guess we can ability block here, do the big hit on IG. And then, of course, Razor Crest calls Houndstooth to assist. So they dispel their ability block, and there we are. Here we are, folks. Yay, hey, hooray. But let's see what we can do to their Houndstooth at some point. That would be great. Let's dispel Slave 1 there, so he can't cause any more mischief for a little bit, even though that is quite a bit of mischief using his basic, even. But we're stuck behind Houndstooth. We've got to kill Houndstooth as soon as we can. And so that just means calling Silencer to assist every single possible time so that they can ramp up damage. Oh, hey, look, we're free of our taunt somehow, amazingly. We killed all the people who have the breach on them, so good for us. Decided to apparently I thought about it and decided to try to kill Xanadu Blood when it came in, even though I didn't have advantage on crew. So there is that. All right, we still killed him. Things are looking okay here at this point. It's just a mess, guys. This is one thing I will recommend, though, guys, is putting more relic levels on your pilots on First Order. I know that they already seem like they're really high, and I wouldn't say that this is, you know, I'm not like the epitome of good gameplay, but I will say they make up for a lot. Gosh, he's just evading all the time, every time. Okay, we got through it. 65 banners is actually not bad. Like, we dropped 8 on an off meta. That's not bad against like maxed out fleets. It's okay. So, oh yeah, they've got Malevolence here. They've actually got the standard build. So we're just using Empire, which isn't something I've typically done in the past, but the idea is pretty similar. Like, we can use Negotiator here if we wanted to, but Negotiator has better use, as you guys will see in a little bit. So we're using the Empire fleet because we can take out the Hyena Bomber pretty decently, actually, and yeah, you guys can see we're doing good. Okay, so you can see that on the top left here is Summon. If you click on the target, so you can know which of the vultures to actually take out. And so we got to kill this one. The other one's a Summon, and we're gonna go. All right, 70 banners, not too bad actually. And now we've got this Home 1 fleet, but we've got Negotiator here. So, I mean, the problem, of course, is this Home 1 fleet it's like I don't know. Like, is Res 5 gonna be released and make the Home 1 fleet good? I'm not sure. Okay, I was debating, what do I do here? Ended up doing doing the big shot, the AoE, with 5s just because it would also hit Biston. I was hoping to at least kill Biston, even though there was foresight on the claw. Had Wyvern go over and just kill Biston as a, oh yeah, let's just kill him real quick kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, our defense up is difficult, but of course we have defense down on them as well. So yeah, Home 1 is so forgiving. It's like, hey, don't assist, we'll just heal you. That'll be cool. So 75 banners isn't bad, folks. It doesn't suck. This total banner score, so fleets actually went decently well here. Of course, I had to hope my opponent wouldn't be able to just one-shot everything of mine, and they weren't able to actually one-shot everything. Let's get to the final results here, guys. I'll show you guys this quick slideshow of what happened, a little bit at least. Alright, folks, so my opponent did actually fail at least once in the front zone, and then they started struggling against the Shadow Brothers, the Maul team that I put in the back, and against the Savage lead team with Dooku and TIE Pilot. Like, you could see some fights, and you know, it was looking fairly promising actually. You can see they're both slumped over there, and what I needed at the end of the day, they even failed on sortie. Like, I was like, all right, we got a chance. We're saying we got a chance, and I needed a fail in fleets for my opponent to lose, and or at least like some really struggling numbers. And at the end of the day, my opponent did not struggle as much as I was hoping for, so I lost by 13. And honestly, I keep losing by small amounts. I mean, last week was just a crazy close week. I mean, I lost by 5, I lost by 3, and then I won by 3. Now I've lost by 13, which obviously is a bigger margin than the rest of them, but 13 is still not that much, especially for a slugfest like this. And I mean, after watching all of the struggles that I had, guys, it seems pretty preventable. I probably could have potentially won this, maybe if I had played better. And you know, there was some RNG involved. There was some you know, it's like some of the stuff I don't really blame myself for, some of the mistakes, but I will say this, guys, I don't like to lose. I don't like it. Like, even if I try to be a good sport, sometimes I'm like, I hate it. I hate it. And this is the second time in a row Darth Puppy has beat me, which grates on me as well. So no, I mean, even though they're a great player, I just don't like to lose, guys. I hate it. I hate it. So that being said, there's no excuses here. You know, Darth Puppy played well and got the win. I executed better than I did. There was a lot of fails here, guys. A lot of things that I thought I could have done better. Think I could have done better, but you know, at the end of the day, I didn't do them better, and I lost. So that's on me. We'll play better next time, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, 3v3 in the top hundreds is like good players, man. Good players, good defense, high relics, and you gotta be on your A game, and I just clearly was not, as is evidenced by my gameplay. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xerath prevails, even in a losing effort, even without his head screwed on all the way straight. Take care, guys.